Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie, and it's a beautiful day. Well, it is a beautiful day, although it's going to storm very soon. Look at the shadow my hat creates a shadow. It's very dark. It's getting dark outside. I live in Minnesota. It's about to storm, which I love storms, by the way. And the farmers need the rain. We need the rain. So it is going to storm here very soon. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Good morning. In the mornings on the KetoMom page, I like to give you a thought or something that I read about or something to help you start your day, run through your day with a positive mindset, own your day, whatever you want to say. My hope is that we can get your thinking right, and so that the rest of your day, as you go into the weeks and the months and the years, like you own your day. You control your mindset. I was on not a podcast. I'm a part of a mastermind. He calls it the think tank. It's more of like a group coaching setting. And we get on once a month and he talks about, he's our think coach, and his name is Pastor Keith Kraft. And so we get to learn a lot about thinking, and he says all of these same things. And his daughter taught yesterday, and she was just talking about the power of your thinking and all of the things you allow, your inputs, the things you're watching, the news. And I was like, I know, this is what people need to understand, that it affects your entire life. The things that you allow into your mind, the things that you fester on, the words that you speak over your life are so important. And so anyways, it was super great. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and tell me one thing you're thankful for. So today is Wednesday. Man, our days go so fast. We're a homeschool family, so in general, I'm always like, what day is it? But this summer has been flying. Anybody else? I feel like it's already August. I got all of our homeschool stuff ready. It's all ordered. Well, besides my oldest, she does college classes, but it's on its way. My mom was like, you're ready for school? I'm like, yeah. I'm ready for school. I'm not physically wanting to start school. I am prepped and ready. So when we get to start, we're ready to go. All right. I have a thought for you today, and it comes from the book called Chazown, which I was thinking this morning, I really should just decide on the book. I was like, what should we do? And I hate being indecisive. I really hate it. I want to make a decision, and I want to move in that direction. And I haven't quite decided on the book that we want to do, mainly because I want you to do it with us. So I think this book is incredible. We should just do it because I don't have another book. So, and I love it because it brings a spiritual aspect into it, along with your circle of your life, your finances, your physical health. So here's what I want to do, because I want people to get the book and follow along if you choose to. So we are going to be traveling for a week. We're going to be in Oklahoma. We leave on Friday. If you're in Oklahoma City or the Edmond area, especially on this next Saturday night, we're going to be doing a Keto Life party in Edmond, Oklahoma. That might be, if you're in the area, let me know. So you can join us on Saturday night. Or if you're in the area and I can meet up with you at some point. Our girls are going to a church camp, more for a higher level leadership of youth. So we're super excited at Life Church. Anyways, I say all of that. Well, the pastor, it's Pastor Craig Groeschel. Craig Groeschel is the pastor of the church. Anyways, I want to do the book. Let's just do the book. Let's make the decision. Here's how this works if you're brand new. You can tune into the page. I give you some insight over the chapter, something to think about. You go throughout your day and you think about it. If you want to grab the book, we technically are not going to start the book until next Monday. Not this Monday, sorry. Not the 17th, but the following Monday. It's like the 24th or something. We're going to start it on the 24th-ish, if that's the Monday. So from now until then, I'll still pop on. I'm still going to do lives. I'm just going to give you things to think about. But I want you to be able to at least grab the book if you physically want the book in hand, which I will tell you, it's an incredible book. It's an incredible book for this reason. Here's what I wanted to share with you this morning. So here's the thought. He says, here's the key point. Everyone ends up somewhere, but few people end up somewhere on purpose. So this is a life book. This is about all of the different areas in your life. And I'm going to say it again, and I want you to think about that. everyone ends up somewhere, but few people end up somewhere on purpose. The point of this, the Chazown is, I should actually read what that means, too, what the Chazown means, because he says it in this chapter. He says, with Chazown comes peace. Chazown creates endurance. Oh, that's not what he was saying. I have so many underlines. We'll go through all of it. But basically, he's going to walk you through what is your passion, what is your purpose, focusing on all of the different areas in your life so that you can live out your purpose here on earth. And so everyone ends up somewhere. Few people end up somewhere on purpose. Here's a question that he asks at the end of this chapter. We'll go through from beginning to end. But he said this, you are the author of your life. Well, you and your Heavenly Father, right? But you get to choose. You have choices every single day. He goes, and this would be very interesting if you were to actually do this action or actually do what he's going to ask you to do. He says this. He goes, take a minute and write your final chapter of your life. Like if you want to pursue life with everything in it, if you want to utilize all of your gifts and all of your talents, and if you want to get to the end of your life and you want to be like no regrets instead of some regrets or all regrets, if you want to know that you did everything that you were called to do, here's what he said. I haven't done this. I didn't even do this the first time I read the book, so shame on me. But he says this, so take a minute and write down your final chapter of your life, the way that you want it to be. And as you do, think about your life from this point forward. Forget the past because you can't change it. During those final days, how do you want to be able to finish the following sentences? These are powerful. If we were to actually write this down, then we can reverse engineer our life and start reading from today. We can make these things happen. But here's the questions that he asked. If you want to write them down, great. Think about them today. The thing that was most important to me was, so if you are living the last little bit of your life and you had to answer this question, the thing that was most important to me was, probably not going to say work, right? People say I stood for, I made a difference in my world by, God was glorified because I did what? People knew I loved them because I, and the reason I expect God to say, well done, is. These are super powerful. And the reason I'm saying this is because oftentimes people feel like life is just running them over, right? I say this often on this page, but once it's important that you own your life, you don't let other people own it for you. You make decisions. You don't let decisions be made for you. And I'm not talking about at work. I'm not talking about being disrespectful with your spouse. I'm saying, do you get up to your alarm clock? Do you own your morning? Do you have a specific plan? Do you let everybody else's excuses or everybody else's time frames run your life? Does this make sense? And so if you were to legitimately answer these questions and you answer these questions truthfully, then what that's going to do is help you make decisions today and tomorrow of what's important to you, right? What do you stand for? Where do you want to make a difference in the world? How will you glorify God at the end of your life? What will people say about you? Because if you have specific answers for that, then you live your life differently today, right? You spend your time in different places. You speak to people differently. You stand up for what you believe in. But if you want to get to your end of your life and then these are not either there's no answer to them, or people didn't know you, or maybe your children or your spouse or your friends were like, I have no idea what their passion and purpose was in life. It's going to go back to this saying right here. Everyone ends up somewhere, but few people end up somewhere on purpose. I want your life, my life to matter. That there's a purpose, that there is a plan for you, and that you live out your purpose. That's the point of life, is that you have a purpose and that you know it. And so we're going to go through the book, and we're not going to start. If you want to if somebody has a calendar in front of them, I think it's 24th. I think that's a Monday. So you have time to grab it. You can pop over on Amazon, type in Chazown. Here's the book. Take a screenshot. You can grab it if you don't have the means to grab it, or you don't have it, or you can't physically grab it. There's an Audible book, but also you can tune in here and I'll give you something to think about. We'll talk about it together. So we'll start it that Monday. Otherwise, from now until then, I'll just pop on and give you a thought for the day. Today's thought was, I'll say it again. I've said it 5 times. Everyone ends up somewhere. Few people end up somewhere on purpose. Are you living out your purpose? Do you have a plan for your life? Are you using the gifts and talents that you were given? Are you living on purpose? It's super powerful. This book is powerful. I'm excited to go through it with you. And thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. I really hope that you have an incredible day. From now until then, I'll pick out some fun things to chat about. As always, you can scroll through the page for recipes, reach out with questions, ketomomsecrets.com for how to get started, clicking on recipes. We're intermittent fasting right now. I intermittent fast almost every day, but we're specifically intermittent fasting in a specific group together. So if you're doing that, reach out with questions. Otherwise, continue to tune in. I hope you guys have an incredible, incredible day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.